Morning everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome if this is your first time. This is Audrey the Travel Mama. I did tons of Hoya video recently as I haven't been able to hiking much. But I think now it's time for me to do an updated Hoya video to show you guys how my new Hoyas and my Hoya cardigans are doing. So let's start it. Now let's start it with my Hoya Bella. I'll put the previous video down here so you guys can check it out. So I chopped a lot of my Hoya Bellas and I created this cutting box, cutting containers, and some of the cutting happened to be dyed, but 80% of the cutting survived. And here is what they're looking right now. There are tons of new growth on them. Look, this one is so long. And they looks very healthy. I think it's time for me to pot them. So next thing I'm gonna do is divide this one into two pots, and one I'm gonna put them back to the original pot so I can have a fuller potting Hoya Bella, and the other one I'm just gonna create another pot for a backup. But I'm really excited with this. Here are my two new Hoya Curiana, and as I mentioned in the previous video, they were all rooted cutting, but when they came, they have no new growth on them, and they have some roots, but not that much. But look at them now. They both already started to branching out. Do it one by one. So here is the silver Curiana. It's already started to growing, and there's tons of roots in them. I think it might be time for me to pot it into the soil. And this is the black Rihanna, and also has tons of root growth, but it's also branching out, and the new growth looks so cute. I was a little bit worried about this one because when the new growth coming out, the leaf was so tiny. I've never seen such a tiny leaves on the Hoya Curiana. But look at them now. They looks really good, plump, and I love the color. So here's my leaf propagation that I started in the summer or fall last year. I don't really remember. It started with my daughter pick one fishtail leaf from my plants, and I'm really happy to show me that she got a new leaves. And I just don't really want it to throw it away, so I put that in the water to see how that one grows. It actually grows some root. And so I put that leaf back into the soil, hoping that the leaves might keep growing, but it actually died off because the topsoil keeps drying off in the pot. So the root and the new leaf couldn't survive. And I decided to pot this into the Leica bee, and look at this. Yes, so it started growing tons of root. And I said, maybe this is a new way of propagation. So I cut in more leaves from my Valbor grave to see if that works. And you can see right now all of the leaves growing tons of root. I haven't seen any new branching out, new growth on those leaves, so I don't really know if this propagation works. If it works, which like I said, I haven't seen any new growth on them. But if this one works, it's such a slow process. This thing has been in the water for more than half years, and there's still no branching coming out. Normally, if I do a cutting into the Leica bees, they already started to grow new roots, new branches. So it might work as a new propagation method, but definitely not the most efficient one. Here is my new Hoya Rotunding Flora. It was such a cute little Hoya. Last time I showed you guys, it was only have these two leaves and there's no new growth in them. But look at this one, it already started to grow in the new growth. It is a such cute little Hoya. I can see some roots right here too. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the leaf is so different. It has a different shapes and the leaf is very thick. You can't bending it, but it's cute and it has a little bit sparkle on it. If I don't know if that's supposed to be, but the new growth coming out a little bit purplish green and has a little bit hairing onto the tips. It's overall such a beautiful Hoya. I love this one. Here is the Hoya Husky one of my new Hoyas. I love this Hoya, and you probably know why, because of the pattern of the leaf. I love these watercolorish looking leaves, and I have a tons of that in my collection, and they are my favorites. I can pick one of those as my top favorites, but this one might be the top favorites because it's not just has a watercolorish, but when you sundress, it's turned pink. It has tons of roots growing since I showed you guys last time, which is about a month ago. But for it to growing so good for months in a new environment, it's really exciting. So it's definitely not a fussy Hoya for sure. At least from my experience with this one for about a month. But it's not fussy, and all the 2 new cuttings has a new growth coming out, branching out. And look at these cute pink leaves. It's so easy to sundress this one too, but even without sundress, the green leaves looks cute too. So yes, if you want to find some Hoya that's easy to taking care of, it's really fast growing and looks beautiful, this is definitely one of them. This is my Hoya Sunrise, the old Hoya Sunrise that I have a lot of problem with. You probably all know that this one just wouldn't grow any new growth, so I put them in like a bee, put them in soil, and it's not growing anything, and new growths all died off. So I cut this one into 2 and pot this into this pot, and lo and behold, this one keeps growing a tons of roots, but there's no new growth on it. So I said, okay, well, I may just buy a replacement for this Hoya just in case this one decided to die on me. And after I received the new replacement, this one started to grow. Let me show you. Tons of new growth on this one. It's right here. And there's another new growth coming out of the same branch. And on the other one, there's another new growth right here. I don't know if you can see it. And right here, even on this branch, there's something coming out. And those new growths hadn't fall off either. There's nothing dried off. So it might work this time. I don't know how that happened. I don't feel like I did anything different except chop all the roots out and chop this one cutting into 2 and pot them again. And now it might work, so I may have 3 Hoya Sunrise actually at this moment. So I'm kind of excited. So here is my Hoya Carry Eye propagation. I mentioned in the video before that I was planning to repot this Carry Eye because it was top heavy. So when I was trying to repot it, I actually chopped out into 3, and then the mother plant still in its original pot. I haven't found a bigger pot to repot it yet. And in order to root these 2 cuttings, I cleaned out some leaves. So let me show you what these cuttings and leaves cuttings are doing right now. So here's the 2 new branch right here. They all have some new growing tips coming out. It's hard to see, but it's in here in the pot. And they are growing some roots. Even the leaves now has some roots coming out. I haven't seen any new growth on those leaves yet, so I can't tell you guys if the leaf propagation works on this one. Well, at least it's growing some roots on it. Here is my Bella leaf propagation. Is also I think I showed you guys on the last video that I chopped that Hoya. It actually the same as the Carry Eye. So the new branches has some roots coming. The new cutting has some roots coming out, but there's no any new growth. And the leaf propagation, every single leaf is actually growing a root at this moment, which is crazy. You see. I haven't seen any new growth on those leaf propagation either, so I can't give you a conclusion if this works or not, like I mentioned before, but at least the leaf's not dying yet. Here is all my Hoya cutting that I have no place for them, so I just put them into these containers and top some water in there. There's some Hoya Macrophylla variegata and Hoya Australia Lisa. I think there's 2 Australia Lisa in here, but they all started to plump up where the root is in the water. I haven't seen any new growth on them yet. But the doll looks alive in the water, so I just dropped one inside. Oopsie, I had to take that thing out. But anyway, here is my new propagation project that I'm gonna try the water culture next to see if that works. If it's worked, it actually make it easier for me instead of buying the Leica bee. So here is my updated Hoya video. I hope you all enjoy it. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment down below. And you all have a fabulous day. I'll see you guys next time. Happy growing!